Hello, everyone. This is Gabriel Hernandez reporting live on the case of Gabriel Fernandez. Custody of Gabriel had recently been returned to his mother despite more than 60 complaints logged with the Department of Children and Family Services and 8 investigations into the family. In October 22, Gabriel returned to his mother's custody after years with his maternal grandparents. His maternal grandparents allegedly reported the Department of Child and Family Services employers about neglect. On May 22, 2013, a call was made by his mother stating that Gabriel was not breathing. May 23, 2013, Gabriel's mother, Pearl Fernandez, and then boyfriend, Asari Aguirre, were arrested in connection with the death and torture of Gabriel. May 2014, Gabriel later died at Children's Hospital in Los Angeles, California. The suspects then proceeded to be in and out of court for an extended amount of time to determine the proper charges against them. The trial was held in Los Angeles Superior County Court, Department 107, Floor 9. After, at first, both Fernandez and Aguirre were supposed to be tried together. However, they were both tried separately. Aguirre was tried first, and then came Fernandez. Pearl Fernandez pleaded guilty to first-degree murder, which sentenced her to life in prison without the possibility of parole. Aguirre was found guilty after the jury deliberated and decided that he should be sentenced to death. Aguirre is currently a death row inmate at San Quentin Prison, while Pearl Fernandez is currently in Central California Women's Facility since her sentence. The subjects are Pearl Fernandez and her then boyfriend Aguirre Fernandez, born on damn victim Gabriel Fernandez, born February 20th, 2005, from Palmdale, California. 8-year-old, 8 years of age at death at the time of death, 2013. After abuse period of 8 months, less than a year. The criminal statutes violation. The criminal statutes that were violated were special circumstances of murder, of torture, which is Penal Code 390. The elements are the defendant intended to kill, intended to inflict extreme physical pain while the person was still alive, intended to inflict suffering for any sadistic reason, and the defendant inflicting suffering pain on the victim. Elements met as both were charged and later convicted. How the cr- how criminal acts were committed. First, it was first degree murder with special circumstances of torture. Autopsy showed from autopsy for Gabriel showed from severe penalog physical and emotional abuse to 8 broken ribs, cracked skull, bruises all over his body, skin burned, his skin burned, BB bullets logged in his lung and his groin. His teeth were knocked out, multiple cuts and bruises in his head, starved, severely malnourished, and he was forced to eat cat litter by the defendants, forced to stay in a cabinet when placed there by Fernandez and Aguirre, better nicknamed as the box. Based on the lack of no pattern slash intended of crime, one victim perception of forensic evidence, there is no modus operandi. Statistics within the FBI database showed approximately that 259 sons were murdered by their very own family members, while California statistics, however, ranged within the 13th percentile, where victims were murdered by members within their own family. The public warning statement that people should be cautious on Pearl and Gabriel, no, on Pearl and Anisagiri, subjects who murdered an 8-year-old boy who reside in Palmdale, California. People should research signs of murder. Awareness needs to be made on parents who murder and torture their children. Viewing murder rates in California, report any suspicious individuals or activities if you suspect any possible crime or torture of a child is being committed. Awareness on this type of crime will help reduce and prevent victimization in whatever way the message could be delivered across, even through social media. Increase public awareness, educating the public, parenting classes, healthy coping mechanisms, national abuse hotlines, national domestic violence hotline, encouraging children to speak out if being abused, reporting suspicious activity to local police.